Hi, this is Bill. So on this demo, I created this code on how you could basically ensure security and implementing data quality in your scripts to further protect your application to attacks and pass any security test prior to deploying your application. So in this example, you will see that there's a checker or validator that looks at if the ID is empty or a required field, but our validator goes beyond what is required and is also a type checker, checking each parameter and goes beyond into a type, ensuring both verifying the data and ensuring type check is basically implemented. So how did we do that? So let us start and have a recap on our code as we pass a client side going to the server side. As we protect our code on the server side, we also need to start from the UI and basically pass parameters. And in this example, we have created this static data to be able to test our concept. And as you can see here from a client script, we created a UI script that will basically receive any type of payload from the client script, passing it to the server side, making it reusable, and can pass any type of payload from the client side going to server side. And as we use this UI script that calls the Ajax function, and as you can see, we can call any type of action payload and providing a callback, a response to the client side. And as we show this code, we are now going to call out the employee Ajax. Now, as you can see, we are already in the server side. And as we expand this code, we created a create employee function to receive the payload. And since we created a payload, it can receive any type and any amount of parameters from the client side going to the server side. Since we are limited of the capability of the Ajax processor, that's why we created a base Ajax processor, allowing us to process any type of service and function in the server-side code. And I'm going to walk you through quickly on the base Ajax as we've been following along in our videos. And as we expand, you will see that we are passing dynamic class, dynamic method, and also a dynamic payload. And as we go to line 16, you will see that the service and the method name passing the raw payload, enabling you to have a reusable Ajax calls with any type of function and any type of class. Now, as we call this employee service wrapper, and let us expand this code, and you will see that before passing or calling the employee service where the business logic basically sits in, we are verifying the data being passed from the client side and ensuring the type is verified and validated for its completeness and also on its type check. And this employee entity, as we move forward, you will see what's inside is we are validating each entry from the client side. And as we validate each step or each parameter of the code, you will witness that the validation helper that we created in the class is passing the field name, the value, and the expected type. And now we are calling the validation helper. And as we basically walk you through on its capability, you will see that the actual type is not equal to expected type. Then it returns a message that the success is false and provides the information for the field name and what is the expected return or type that needs to be passed on the server side. And as we go back to the employee entity, we're not only checking the type check, but also we are also validating any required fields is also initiated and verified for its correctness, implementing integrity in your code and ensuring your application is secure and only correct data will be implemented or saved or created inside the database. And as we scroll down, as part of the employee entity, we also added a toJSON object, ensuring the type is correct as we return to the client side. Now, as we go back to the validation helper and scroll down to the validate required function, you will see here, as we pass the field name and the value, we ensure that it is not null or undefined or basically empty, ensuring the correctness of our code both as a required field and also a field type. Now that we have implemented secure code, we will go back to the base logger, as you can see here, that it logs any type of class, any type of method, and of course the message that we would like to be seen and traced in our business application. And of course, finally, as we go to the system logs, you will see that it will verify and provide the blueprint of each step on how our application has behaved, giving you the ability to debug and find errors, ensuring success and tracing failure of your application implementation. I hope you find this video helpful, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you find my video lucrative, please join as a member or treat to buy me coffee to further support my channel. Thank you so much. I'll see you on my next video.